Hello, welcome into today's Pick a Card, and we're doing a little deep dive into what are they thinking on this Wednesday. So I do have that Oracle deck in my description, but here on top and below Fox Tarot for a little clarification. Now, quickly, the angel number 519, we've had it once before. And if you watched yesterday's Pick a Card, it was about, okay, you got to change your mind a little bit, and that's okay, and be assured about it. Now, today, we go to 519, self-assured. Like, really, you did make the right choice, the right decision. And that tough decision that you had to make, your angels see it. They are signaling to you that you did the right thing. So release any self-doubt so you can carry on. I love that. We had it this is the third time this month. So just know you're making good decisions. You're on the right path. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Pick a group, a card here. 1, 2, 3. Obviously, see what you feel drawn to. And that's what really matters, no matter what I say. These relate to relationships of all sorts, really, and things that are tough to talk about sometimes. All right, so let's dig into it and go with card 1. And 1, what are they thinking? I want to be there for you, but there are blocks. Now, this could be how you feel or what you've been dealing with. So again, take that as a sign to have a conversation about what is holding you back or someone else. Now let's clarify with Fox Tarot. And here, Queen of Wands, fire energy. So you're talking Aries, Leo, Sag, very saggy, gender fluid, somebody who can be independent, doesn't really need a lot or anybody else. This person is energetic, passionate, inspirational, kind, all the good stuff. But I want to tell you, group 1, if this is you, you're not going to wait around a lot to deal with this. I want to be there, but there's blocks. You're just like, I'm stronger. I'm more independent than that. I'm more driven by my own ideas, my own projects, my own passion. So, I have goals to reach. If you don't want to be there with me, for me, I can do it myself. And this person is very intuitive and sees the big picture and patterns. And, if this is you, again, you're like, well, if you have blocks now, you're always going to have blocks. So I hope that will help you understand the energy here and why you feel like, I am so happy and energized about this connection. Let's go. I can make it happen. What are your blocks? So it's just a thing of believe it the first time you see it, believe them, and just go and continue with your goals and all patience with yourself and healing with yourself through these things, and be ready for somebody who's really open and on the same page, intuitively, spiritually, and energetically. Okay, so let's go to 2 now. And 2. I want to grow old with you together forever. All right. Maybe that's how you're feeling about somebody, or they're expressing that to you. I hope you're on the same page. Let's see. Aquarius energy, 7 of Swords in reverse. Very interesting. A lot of Aquarius energy, you guys, and somebody, I get this, maybe you've been doing things on your own, alone for a while, and in comes this person that's like, oh, everything, right? I just want to grow old with you. Let's just lock it down, right? And you're feeling maybe too independent, too strong-willed for this. But remember that you have to kind of put your arrogance aside, bring some courage to it. I know you're feeling prideful and idealistic, and it's okay to be a little spontaneous with this. And then I would have that conversation of like, wow, because that's so sweet. If the person is right for you, consider putting aside your fear of things that have happened in the past, your fear of not trusting what people say, and give them a chance. Sword energy, these knives can be really fast. So take your time when you feel this person rushing in, and go with the spontaneity of it. You know, you're very intuitive and intelligent, and I hope this person matches that, because you don't really want to put up with, if I may say so, like kind of dumb people in your mind that, or processes and things that you're just like, we could do this a lot better. You have a very strong mind and will, so, and awareness, and you make good decisions and judgments all on your own. So it's going to be a little hard to be like, oh, you want all that, but it's really pretty cool. And I would take this chance to talk about how you feel. Sometimes that can be everything you've wanted, and sometimes it can be a little like, oh yeah, I've heard that before. So I think that would call for a really cool conversation on this What Are They Thinking Wednesday. All right, let's go to 3. 3 is, I should have kept my promises. Speaks for itself, right? Again, this could be you or someone you're dealing with, friends, work, love, all of it. Deep realization by you or someone else that they've kind of wronged. They've done a wrong. So let's clarify. Fox Tarot, Temperance, Sag energy. And this is where, first of all, if this is making you feel guilty, shamed about yourself for not keeping promises, or maybe you're mad at someone else for, or disappointed that they didn't, this is reminding you to like, okay, let's take things in moderation. Anger, guilt, resentment, they are overrated emotions. They get you nowhere. This is understanding that the universe has your back to balance things out, to do some healing work, to bring more truth to the situation, to bring more honesty, open communication, but it's going to take time and patience to get there, since this feels fractured. You know what happened. And remember that with some patience and purpose, you can discover the reasons the promises weren't kept. So I do think a lot of truth will be revealed, and that will help you adapt to your circumstances and make decisions. And it's just generally about moderation and honesty. So let's look at all 3 together. There's blocks and broken promises, but wanting to be there forever, right? But understand, the blocks can be about somebody who is rushing things. The blocks can be about somebody who hasn't been honest. And the blocks can be about you or someone else that's just like, I'm good. I don't need all of this. But overall, have patience and moderation as you move forward with this person. Have open communications about broken promises and blocks, because there is potential here. But you need to know what that is. And so let me remind you too, Sag energy, Aquarius energy, fire, air, and over here, fire, likely Sag too. So just keep in mind, we need a lot of truth and honesty here, and then passion to move forward, but in a moderate, balanced way. And this person that has blocks and broken promises needs to balance things out before you move on with any of this. So I do hope this helps. 1, 2, and 3, and all of you, let me know. Interesting. I love you guys. Wishing you a day full of peace and joy and happiness.